Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, we are from group 3. We are going to present about microlinguistics, which is the branch of contrastive analysis. And let me share the PowerPoint. We are going to present about microlinguistic contrastive analysis. So these are the members. Me, myself, Rizkina Ayu Indriyani, my friend Andhini Kusuma Arum, and also Fatimah Suhaila. The first content will be presented by my friend Andhini Kusuma.
First, I will explain the linguistic. The origin of the word linguistics was derived from the Latin lingua, which means language. As you can see in here, this is the definition of linguistic that is from Google. Linguistic, the scientific study of language and its structure, including the study of morphology, syntax, phonetics, and semantics. Specific branches of linguistics include sociolinguistics, dialectology, psycholinguistics, computational linguistics, historical comparative linguistics, and applied linguistics. Then there is microlinguistics in contrastive analysis, or you can say as CA. Carl James classified CA into two categories: subfields of linguistics. There are microlinguistics and macrolinguistics. Microlinguistics is a field of linguistics that studies language in a narrow manner. In addition, that microlinguistics is a field of linguistics that studies language from within. In other words, studying the structure of the language itself, or studying the language directly. While macrolinguistics is a field of linguistics that studies language in relation to features outside of language.
Next, please, Fatimah.
Alright, so there are two general principles in CA, namely description and comparison. Now, the first principle is we cannot compare how a number of language work until we describe how each one works. If we want to use our mother tongue as a comparison material in learning a foreign language, it is not enough for us to only be able to speak our mother tongue, but we must also master the language we are going to compare it with. And then in the second one is that we cannot compare the language 1 with language 2 as a whole. What can be compared is one or several elements or patterns contained in each of the compared presuppositional language. And we cannot draw conclusion from these two comparisons because each comparison pattern is discussed separately. In additional information, this is mainly a reminder for previously. The main purpose of contrastive analysis is to investigate the structural features of language and find the areas of difficulty in the learning of a second language. It focuses on the intermediate stages between language 1 and language 2 rather than the target language itself. So the bridging of language 1 and language 2. Though the purpose seems more related to psychology, the only method to reach a description of languages in linguistics, hence it is also called constructive linguistics.
Okay, next, this is the microlinguistic scale. It has 3 levels for the microlinguistics. The first, it is grammar. The second, phonology and lexis. And then there are categories in the microlinguistics. The first unit, second, structure, class, and also system. These categories has described by Halliday as universal, necessary, and sufficient. That it is applicable to describe any language. So this is very important. So what are unit, structure, class, and also systems? Alright, next, grammatical level will be explained by Fatimah.
Alright, so grammatical level. First is the unit category, which includes the sentence as the biggest unit of analysis, which is followed by clause, phrase, word, and morpheme. It may observe, for example, that the same sentence has different number of clauses across the two languages. We can use the example of English and Korean here. For example, in English we say I love you to express love, right? In Korean we say 사랑해. Now, the difference here we can see that for the unit in English we use 3 words: I love you, whereas in Korean we say 사랑해, 1 word. Next, structure. Now, structure refers to the order of components in the sentence structurally or that of sounds in a word phonologically. In English, for example, the sentence is composed of subject, predicate, complement, and adjunct. And phonologically, words can be, Kina?
Okay, so C, 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 V, C here. C is for consonant and V is for vocal. So in phonologically, words can be arranged by consonant, 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 vocal, consonant, or vocal, consonant, consonant, and vocal. Alright, next will be explained by me. The third category, it is class. Depends on the place a specific unit may occupy in the sentence structure. For example, any phrase that can occupy the adjunct is considered of the class of the adverbial phrase. For example, here, he arrived yesterday. She left when he arrived. Although we don't put yesterday and the two red sentences here, we have already known that he arrived or she left. But this time only adjunct, only an additional additional words. That is, here yesterday is classified class as adverbial phrase. And the last category is system. It includes a variety of options for the same element that can occupy the same place. The same place here we have to underline that it occupy same place in the sentence, such as plural and also singular nouns in English. For example, the teacher happy to see his students. So teacher and students here same. They are nouns. The difference is only the teacher is singular noun and then his students is singular noun. But they are occupy the same place. They are equal.
Alright, for the phonological level, similar sounds in two languages can be different functional importance. Can be of different functional importance. Now, here in the picture, we can see the phoneme and the allophone. Now, in the Spanish one, we can see that the here is from the phoneme the, while in English the here in this the circle is the. So two allophones in one language can be considered as two different phonemes. as we can see from the picture. So the in Spanish is the, so the phoneme the can sound the, while in English the sounds the. Next, please. Next is the contrasting two sound systems involve 4 steps. Now, the first step here is phonemic inventory of 2 languages is drawn. Then, phonemes of 2 languages are equated. Third, the different phonemes and allophones are listed. Then finally, the distributional restriction or on the context of phonemes and allophones are determined for each language. For example, here we can use the word delicious and delicioso from Spanish. So we draw out their phonetics, and then we analyze the word, and then we take out the difference. So, and then we determine for each language the phoneme and the difference between the phoneme and allophones. Or here, the sound in English and Spanish is different. In English, it is from the allophone of N, while in Spanish, it's H or W.
Alright, for the lexicology level, in lexicology, contrastive analysis is applied to reveal. So this is the AM, is to reveal the features of sameness and difference in lexical meaning and the semantic structure of correlated words in different languages. It is commonly assumed by non-linguists that all languages have vocabulary systems in which the words differ in sound form. It is different, but revert to reality in the same way. So although the vocabulary is different, but in reality, it can be the same way. One constructive analysis model depends on word fields where the lexicon is grouped according to semantic, cognitive, attitudinal, or notional areas of concern. For example, verbs are grouped in a notional class of verbs that refer to speech acts. They are such as say, speak, tell, and talk in study by Lehman, 1977. Then they are to be compared to their equivalents in German, because say, speak, tell, and talk, has the same meaning, right? It means in Indonesia berbicara. Okay, that's all. Alright, that's all from us. Sorry for the mistakes. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.